Imagine reaching into your pocket, pulling out a coin you've had for decades, and realizing it could be worth more than your monthly mortgage, or even a small fortune. That's exactly the moment thousands of Americans have experienced when they discovered the hidden treasure of the 1978 no-mint Mark Lincoln 1-cent penny. Today, we're diving deep into this remarkable coin, exploring its incredible rarity, its jaw-dropping value, and the ways you can transform something as simple as loose change into serious wealth. Yes, you heard that right. What most people toss aside without a second thought could actually be a goldmine. The story of the 1978 no-mint Mark Lincoln penny begins with a seemingly ordinary year. The United States Mint was producing millions of pennies, distributing them across the country, each intended to pass quietly through our daily lives. But within this flood of copper, a select few coins carried a hidden error, a no-mint mark, a small but mighty anomaly that would one day spark excitement, curiosity, and massive financial opportunity for collectors and investors alike. Can you imagine, from pocket change to potentially tens of thousands of dollars in value? And how many of these coins are sitting unnoticed in drawers, jars, or even under couch cushions right now? Now, you might be thinking, it's just a penny, how could it possibly be worth big money? Here's where the magic of rarity comes into play. The 1978 no-mint Mark Lincoln penny is considered a collector's treasure precisely because it slipped through the mint's quality control. Unlike coins marked with D for Denver or S for San Francisco, these unmarked pennies are exceptionally scarce. Scarcity drives value, and when a coin is rare enough, demand skyrockets, especially among serious collectors and investors who are willing to pay top dollar for authenticity. Isn't it amazing that a tiny penny, weighing just 2.5 grams, could command such attention and reverence in the world of coin collecting? But let's pause for a moment. How do you even know if your penny is the one? How can you be certain that a coin you've had since childhood is the key to your next big financial breakthrough? The answer lies in examining the coin's details carefully. Every curve of Lincoln's profile, every edge, and especially the absence of a mint mark on the obverse side tells the story of authenticity. And while it might take a keen eye, or a professional grading service, to confirm its status, the potential reward is staggering. Could this be your ticket to joining the ranks of collectors who have turned a simple hobby into a lucrative investment? Absolutely. Let's talk numbers, because this is where the excitement truly ignites. Depending on condition, provenance, and demand, a 1978 no-mint Mark Lincoln penny can reach jaw-dropping prices at auctions and private sales. We're talking about coins that have sold for thousands, even tens of thousands of dollars. Imagine the thrill of holding a piece of history in your hand and knowing it could fetch a figure in the high five-figure range. How does that feel, knowing that something once deemed worthless by everyday standards could now be a literal windfall in your bank account? And here's the kicker, these coins are in high demand right now, meaning the market is more favorable than ever. Scarcity, historical significance, and the growing collector community have combined to make these pennies hot commodities. So, how do you take a coin like this from a curiosity to a high-value asset? The first step is understanding its market. Coins with verified authenticity and excellent preservation grades are the ones buyers are chasing. Have you ever wondered how coin auctions work, or how professional sellers get top dollar for rare coins? Many Americans don't realize that the secret isn't just in having the coin, it's in positioning it correctly in the marketplace. Working with reputable auction houses, certified grading services, or trusted coin dealers can transform a simple penny into an investment that commands serious attention. It's the difference between leaving money on the table and walking away with the maximum dollar possible, and here's a little secret, one that may surprise you: you don't need to have a full collection or be a seasoned numismatist to benefit. Even if you're just sorting through old pocket change, there's a chance that a hidden gem like the 1978 no-mint Mark Lincoln penny is waiting for you. Isn't that exhilarating? The idea that the treasures of yesterday can empower the financial freedom of today is exactly what drives collectors across the country. How many coins in your home, jar, or wallet might be worth more than gold if you knew their story? But let's mix it up for a moment. Imagine you're at a garage sale, and you stumble across a box labeled Bold Coins. You open it and see a shiny, unassuming 1978 penny without a mint mark. Do you grab it and keep it? Or do you walk past, thinking, it's just a penny? That split-second decision can change everything. Humor aside, the choices we make with seemingly small items often carry the biggest consequences. And this is precisely why awareness and knowledge are powerful. Every coin has a story, and the 1978 Lincoln penny no mint mark is shouting its tale to those ready to listen, and profit. So, let's ask the questions every potential seller has. How do you sell old, rare coins in the USA? How do you make sure you're not leaving money on the table? How do you take a coin from your pocket to a high-stakes auction where serious buyers are waiting? The answer lies in education and strategic action. Understanding grading systems, consulting with trusted experts, and tapping into the right networks ensures that your coin reaches the hands of buyers willing to pay top dollar. And when demand is as high as it is now, timing is critical. Waiting too long, or selling to the wrong buyer, could cost you thousands. Do you want to take that risk when opportunity is knocking at your door? Here's another layer to consider: emotional satisfaction. Holding a coin that dates back decades, knowing that it survived countless hands, transactions, and moments in history, gives a sense of connection to the past. And when that coin is recognized as rare and valuable, there's an undeniable thrill that comes with knowing you possess something extraordinary. How often does a tiny piece of copper connect you so directly to history while simultaneously holding the potential to transform your financial landscape? Not often, but that's exactly the power of the 1978 no-mint mark Lincoln penny. As we weave all these threads together, the rarity, the market demand, the emotional thrill, you start to see a pattern. This is more than a coin, it's a tangible opportunity. A tangible path from everyday life to wealth. A journey from overlooked pennies to auction room excitement. A chance to claim a fortune that might have been hiding in plain sight all along. Can you see it? The excitement of discovering a hidden treasure, the urgency of a high-demand market, and the fear of missing out if you don't act, all converge in this single, unassuming coin. And here's the climax, the moment where all the inspiration meets reality. Imagine listing your 1978 no-mint mark Lincoln penny with confidence, fully aware of its rarity, fully understanding its market value, and fully prepared to connect with serious buyers. You see the bids climbing. You feel the excitement as people recognize the true worth of your coin. And when the hammer falls at auction or the deal closes with a private collector, you experience a rush that few other investments can match. This isn't just money, it's history, strategy, and fortune converging in a single, beautiful moment. We're diving into the fascinating world of rare coins, and I'm going to reveal why this tiny piece of copper isn't just currency, it's a ticket to wealth, a whisper from history, and a golden opportunity you can't afford to ignore. If you've ever asked yourself, how do I turn pocket change into millions? Or how do I sell old rare coins in the USA for maximum value? Then stay with me, because what you're about to learn could transform your financial future. Let's start at the beginning. Picture this: it's 1979, and the United States Mint is churning out millions of Lincoln pennies. Most of these coins go unnoticed, lost in the shuffle of daily transactions, destined to sit in jars, wallets, and cash registers. But among them, a rare few carry subtle errors, tiny anomalies that can turn a common penny into a coveted collector's item. The 1979 Lincoln 1-cent penny is one such gem, and when it exhibits minting errors, its value skyrockets. You might wonder, what kind of error makes a penny worth thousands, or even hundreds of thousands? We're talking about double dies, off-center strikes, and other imperfections that make collectors desperate to add it to their collection. And here's the kicker: these coins are scarce. Only a small number exist, and every day that passes without you knowing about them is a missed opportunity. Now, you might be thinking, how can a single penny be worth anything significant? Isn't it just 1 cent? That's exactly what makes this discovery so thrilling. The thrill comes from the unexpected, from the moment you realize that something almost everyone overlooks could hold unimaginable value. Imagine sifting through your old coin collection or that jar of loose change, and suddenly spotting a coin that could fetch maximum dollar at auction. The excitement is real, and it's fueled by one simple truth: knowledge is power, and awareness of these rare 1979 D mint mark Lincoln pennies could put you on the fast track to wealth. Have you ever wondered how ordinary people are turning their forgotten coins into life-changing fortunes? The answer lies in understanding rarity, condition, and market demand, the three pillars that determine a coin's value. Let's talk about condition. Even the rarest coin won't command top dollar if it's worn or damaged. Collectors are meticulous, they search for coins with pristine surfaces, sharp details, and original luster. And here's an important question for you. Do you know the current market value of a 1979 D Lincoln penny with errors in perfect condition? Some have sold for tens of thousands of dollars, and the most exceptional examples can command over $76,000. Yes, $76,000 in words. The sheer magnitude of this is mind-blowing when you think about it, a small piece of metal sitting in your hand, potentially more valuable than a car, a vacation, or even some investment portfolios. It's enough to make anyone double-check their coin jars and drawers right this very minute, but here's the thing, recognizing the coin is just the first step. The next, and most critical, step is selling it smartly. How do you sell old rare coins? Where do you go? How do you make sure you get the highest price possible? These questions haunt many first-time sellers, and the answers can mean the difference between a modest payout and a life-changing windfall. The secret is knowing your market. High-end collectors, auction houses, and specialized coin dealers in the USA are constantly on the lookout for rare items like the 1979 D mint mark Lincoln penny with errors. By presenting your coin to the right audience, in the right way, you maximize your return and ensure it doesn't languish unnoticed in some dusty drawer. Now, I know some of you might be thinking, this all sounds complicated, how do I even begin? And yes, the process requires knowledge, patience, and careful handling. But let's pause for a moment. Imagine this scenario, you walk into a coin dealer's shop, casually placing a 1979 D Lincoln penny on the counter. The dealer examines it and suddenly, their eyes widen. They check the mint mark, the error details, and the condition. Within moments, they're offering a figure that makes your heart race, a number that turns this tiny penny into an opportunity for immediate financial transformation. That's the power of rare coins. That's the power of timing, insight, and knowing what collectors truly value. It's thrilling, and it's entirely possible for you, and don't underestimate the emotional journey. There's fear, of course, the fear of missing out on a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. There's excitement, the surge of adrenaline as you realize a coin from your pocket could be worth more than your monthly mortgage. And there's urgency, the understanding that everyday coins sit unsold, the market shifts, and rare items get snatched up by someone else. This combination of fear, excitement, and urgency creates a momentum that, if harnessed, can guide you to extraordinary gains. Have you ever felt that spark when discovering something precious in the most ordinary places? That's exactly what holding a 1979 D Lincoln penny with errors feels like. Let's switch gears for a moment and ask a slightly humorous question. Ever thought your loose change could be richer than your morning coffee budget? It's a bit funny, but true. Many people ignore pennies because they seem insignificant, but when you understand their hidden value, perspective shifts. Suddenly, what was once trivial becomes a treasure. This is the essence of collecting and selling rare coins, it's the thrill of uncovering hidden wealth in the most unexpected places. And the best part? The journey itself is captivating. From researching coins, learning about mint errors, to negotiating with collectors and auction houses, it's an adventure, one that can lead to financial freedom, personal satisfaction, and even a sense of pride in preserving a piece of history. So, how do you actually turn this knowledge into action? Start by carefully examining your coin collection, focusing on Lincoln pennies minted in the late 1970s. Look for mint mark details, signs of doubling, misstrikes, or off-center images. Next, consult reputable coin grading services or expert dealers to verify authenticity and condition. Then, explore auction houses or online marketplaces where rare coins attract serious buyers. Ask yourself, how can I ensure my coin reaches the right hands? How can I make the most of this rare opportunity? Remember, the goal isn't just to sell a coin, it's to sell it at maximum dollar, to someone who understands its worth and is willing to pay for it. And in the case of a pristine 1979 D. Lincoln penny with error, the reward can be extraordinary. As we approach the final act, consider this: each coin tells a story. The 1979 D. Lincoln penny traveled through decades of hands, from pockets to cash registers, surviving the ebb and flow of history. Today, it stands at the intersection of past and future, offering you a chance to rewrite your financial story. Every jar of pennies in America could be hiding a fortune, and your next coin could be the one that turns ordinary savings into extraordinary wealth. The question is, will you recognize it when it's right in front of you? Will you seize the moment and step into a world where pocket change transforms into life-changing money? Imagine this: a small, copper coin sitting quietly in your pocket, change, unnoticed, blending in with the pennies you toss into jars or wallets. But what if I told you that one of those coins could change your financial life forever? One coin, worth potentially tens of thousands of dollars, waiting quietly for the right eyes to recognize its value. That coin is the 1981 no-mint mark Lincoln 1-cent penny, a rare gem in the world of U.S. coins. And today, we're going to explore why collectors are chasing this specific penny like gold, how it ended up in circulation, and how you, yes you, could transform your forgotten coins into unimaginable wealth. Have you ever held a coin in your hand and wondered, could this be more than just metal? Maybe you've asked yourself, how can I sell old rare coins? How do I even know if a coin is valuable? These are exactly the questions that many Americans face every day. And the truth is, you don't need to be an expert to tap into a market that has made ordinary people wealthy beyond imagination. The 1981 no-mint mark Lincoln penny is a perfect example. This penny is unique because it carries a printing error, no mint mark. Unlike most pennies minted in 1981 at the Denver Mint, which are marked with a small d, this one does not. That tiny absence instantly transforms a common coin into a rare collector's item. You might be thinking, a missing letter. That's it? Yes, and it's everything. In the coin collecting world, errors create scarcity, and scarcity drives value. In fact, coins like these have been known to sell at auction for amounts that could make your head spin. Imagine discovering a coin worth tens of thousands of dollars in your own collection, or even in the change you barely notice. Now, you might wonder, how can a small penny have such big value? Well, it's not just the error itself, it's the story behind it. In 1981, the U.S. Mint was producing billions of pennies. Most were ordinary, destined for wallets and cash registers. But a handful slipped through the quality control cracks. Those coins were never supposed to exist in circulation. That means, as time passes, fewer and fewer of them remain intact, uncirculated, and pristine. And as any collector will tell you, the rarer a coin, the more desperate collectors become to own it. This is where fear and excitement collide. Fear that someone else might snag this treasure before you, and excitement at the possibility that you might already hold a fortune. Here's a little secret: you don't need to travel to rare coin shops or wait for estate auctions to discover these hidden treasures. They're often hiding in your own drawers, jars, or even at the bottom of your purse. Imagine, a coin you overlooked while paying for coffee could be worth more than the car you drive. It's thrilling, isn't it? And here's where the urgency sets in. Every day, collectors scour the country, flipping through coins, searching for just one of these 1981 no-mint mark pennies. That means the window to cash in is real, and the opportunity won't last forever. So how do you turn this penny into a life-changing sum? The first step is evaluation. You need to ensure your coin is authentic and graded properly. Professional grading not only confirms its legitimacy but also enhances its value exponentially. Many coins, even ones that appear ordinary, suddenly skyrocket in price once certified by a recognized grading service. Have you ever wondered why some pennies sell for thousands while others don't? It's all in the grading, the story, and the market demand. Speaking of market demand, let's talk about auctions. You might ask, where can I sell old and rare coins in the USA? How do I make money from coins? The answer is simple: collectors are everywhere, and auction houses are the gateway. Big auction houses, as well as specialized online marketplaces, are constantly seeking rare coins to satisfy a growing community of wealthy enthusiasts. The 1981 no-mint mark Lincoln penny is highly coveted. When it appears, bidders compete fiercely, often driving the price up to levels that defy imagination. Picture this: a simple penny, circulating quietly for decades, suddenly becomes a hot-ticket item, sparking bidding wars between wealthy collectors. The thrill of watching your coin sell for an amount you never dreamed possible is something that can transform a life, and it's happening right now. Now, let's pause for a moment. Are you sitting down? Because here's a reality check: the longer you wait, the more difficult it becomes to find buyers willing to pay top dollar. Every day, new collectors enter the market. Every day, coins in pristine condition are snatched up. That's why acting swiftly is critical. It's not just about discovering the coin, it's about positioning it correctly, getting it professionally evaluated, and putting it in front of the right buyers. This isn't a gamble, it's strategy. And strategy is what separates ordinary sellers from those who turn their coins into life-altering wealth. Here's a question that might make you chuckle: when was the last time you thought a penny could make you rich? Probably never. Most people overlook the potential hiding in their pockets. But the truth is, ordinary coins often hold extraordinary power. Every 1981 no-mint mark penny tells a story of serendipity, timing, and the quiet magic of hidden value. Have you ever held a coin and wondered, could this be a fortune? If not, it's time to start looking more closely, and here's another thought to keep you awake at night: not all coins are equal. Condition matters, and even minor imperfections can drastically affect value. Collectors crave perfection. The sharper the strike, the clearer the detail, the higher the price. That's why coins preserved in pristine condition, with no wear or damage, can command jaw-dropping sums. Have you ever considered that your coin jar might contain a gem ready to be unveiled? Every coin has a story, but only a few tell the story that collectors are willing to pay fortunes for. Let's tie this together. Imagine the journey of the 1981 no-mint mark Lincoln penny, minted quietly in Philadelphia, slipping through quality control, surviving decades in circulation, overlooked in a jar, until finally, one day, it lands in the hands of someone who recognizes its value. That person could be you. You could hold the key to unlocking a fortune. The questions that guide this journey are powerful: how do I sell old rare coins? How do I get the maximum price? How do I connect with buyers who understand their worth? Each step is an invitation to transform curiosity into action, and action into financial reward. And here's the moment to stir your excitement even further: the market for rare coins is thriving. Wealthy collectors are always hunting, and demand is outpacing supply. The 1981 no-mint mark Lincoln penny isn't just valuable, it's in high demand. Owning one puts you in an elite circle, a rare breed of individuals who see opportunity where others see ordinary. Every auction, every collector inquiry, every grading certificate adds to the urgency. This is a chance that could vanish if ignored. So, how do you seize this opportunity? Start by examining your coins carefully. Look for missing mint marks, unusual shapes, or other anomalies. Have your finds authenticated and graded. Research the auction market to find reputable platforms. Connect with knowledgeable collectors. Ask yourself, am I ready to turn my overlooked coins into wealth? The answer could change your life. After all, every fortune begins with curiosity, courage, and action. We're diving deep into one of the most sought-after treasures in the world of coin collecting, the 1984 no-mint mark Lincoln 1-cent penny. Yes, the unassuming penny that millions of Americans passed over every day might just hold a hidden fortune waiting for you. But the question is, do you know how to recognize it, how to value it, and most importantly, how to turn it into serious money? Picture this: you're holding a coin that looks ordinary to everyone else, yet it carries a story, a history, and a rarity that collectors around the country would pay top dollar to own. The 1984 no-mint mark Lincoln penny is one of those extraordinary finds. Struck at the Philadelphia Mint, without a mint mark, it may appear common, yet when an error or a high-grade specimen is found, it instantly jumps into the realm of valuable coins. Have you ever wondered why some pennies can fetch thousands of dollars while others remain just copper discs? The secret lies in rarity, condition, and collector demand. Now, let's pause for a moment. You might be thinking, a penny? Seriously? But here's the twist, this isn't just any penny. Errors in minting, exceptional preservation, and high demand from collectors make this coin far more than spare change. It is a gateway from your pocket to a potential windfall. Imagine turning an overlooked coin jar into a treasure chest. The thrill of holding a coin worth thousands in your hands, have you felt that rush before? That excitement is exactly why seasoned collectors and investors alike chase these rare pennies relentlessly. Before we go further, let me ask you, do you know how to tell if your coin is truly rare? Many people overlook details, thinking all pennies from 1984 are worth the same. But that assumption couldn't be further from the truth. Factors like the coin's luster, its strike quality, and even the smallest minting errors can elevate its value exponentially. Think of it as the difference between a common painting and a hidden masterpiece. And here's a little humor to reset your brain. If your coffee is worth $5 and your penny is worth $5,000, which one would you drink? Probably neither, but at least the penny could buy a lot of coffee later. Let's move into the heart of why this coin commands such high prices. The 1984 no-mint Mark Lincoln penny represents a perfect storm of scarcity and collector obsession. While millions were minted, few have survived in pristine condition. Combine that with errors such as off-center strikes, double dies, or variations in the alloy, and suddenly a simple copper coin becomes the holy grail for collectors. How do you spot these errors? What should you look for when inspecting your coins? It all comes down to patience, attention to detail, and knowing what collectors crave. And yes, you can absolutely learn this, even if you've never thought about coin collecting before. Here's where the urgency comes in. The market for rare coins is hotter than ever. Auctions and online marketplaces are overflowing with buyers who understand the hidden value of coins like the 1984 no-mint Mark Lincoln penny. Imagine waking up tomorrow and seeing your coin listed at auction, only to find it selling for a number that makes your jaw drop. Have you ever considered that your pocket change could suddenly be the investment of a lifetime? The reality is, coins like these move fast, and the right buyer will pay premium prices for the perfect example. If you wait too long, someone else might cash in on what could have been yours. Now, let's explore a question many of you have been silently asking: how do you sell old and rare coins in the USA? The process might seem daunting, but it doesn't have to be. Professional coin dealers, reputable auction houses, and online platforms provide the pathways to transform a forgotten coin into serious cash. How do you choose the right avenue? What steps can you take to ensure you maximize your returns? Certification through grading services like PCGS or NGC can authenticate your coin and dramatically increase its value. Think of it as getting a stamp of approval from the coin world. It tells buyers, this is the real deal, and it's worth every penny of the asking price. And here's a moment of excitement. Imagine walking into an auction, placing your coin under the spotlight, and hearing the gavel fall at a number you never dreamed possible. The thrill, the anticipation, the rush of making a life-changing deal, it's an experience few things in life can match. From pocket change to millions, it all starts with recognizing potential. How many coins in your own home could secretly be worth thousands? And what if that coin you overlooked is exactly what collectors are searching for? Let's add a twist. What if I told you that coins like the 1984 no-mint Mark Lincoln penny are in higher demand now than ever before? Millennials, seasoned investors, and even new collectors are all entering the market, driving prices up rapidly. It's not just about history, it's about opportunity. How do you capitalize on this trend? How do you ensure you're not leaving money on the table? These are questions that require action. Hesitation can cost you thousands, while a little knowledge and initiative can turn a simple discovery into a story of wealth and success. Now, let's connect the dots. You have the coin, the knowledge, and the desire to sell, but how do you actually make it happen? First, evaluate your coin's condition, identify any errors or special characteristics, and consider professional grading. Then, choose the right selling platform, whether it's a high-end auction house, a trusted local dealer, or an online marketplace with a reputation for transparency and security. And here's the kicker: patience pays. Timing your sale when collector demand peaks can mean the difference between a solid payday and an extraordinary one. Have you ever wondered what it feels like to turn a coin into a life-changing amount of money? To hear the stories of people who found rare pennies in jars, drawers, or forgotten piggy banks and suddenly realized they held the keys to unimaginable financial possibilities. That could be your story. The 1984 no-mint Mark Lincoln penny is not just a coin, it's an invitation to dream bigger, to explore hidden opportunities, and to take charge of your financial destiny. And finally, here's the ultimate question: what would you do if that penny in your hand were worth more than a car, a vacation, or even your yearly salary? How would it feel to transform something so ordinary into a symbol of wealth, strategy, and luck? The market is ready, collectors are waiting, and your opportunity is real. Rare coins are not just investments, they are stories, connections, and legacies that span generations. So, if you have any 1984 no-mint Mark Lincoln pennies tucked away, take a closer look. Inspect them, evaluate their condition, and consider professional grading. Don't let hesitation or doubt keep you from discovering a hidden treasure. From pocket changes to millions, this coin has the power to open doors, spark excitement, and create financial opportunities that few other investments can match. Have you ever imagined that your next coin could be worth more than you ever dreamed? The moment to act is now, because coins like this don't stay hidden for long. Remember, it's not just about selling a coin, it's about stepping into a world where knowledge, timing, and opportunity intersect. The 1984 no-mint Mark Lincoln 1-cent penny is more than copper and history, it's a chance to transform curiosity into real, tangible wealth. So, take a deep breath, look through your collection, and ask yourself, could one of these pennies be your next fortune? The answer might surprise you, and it could very well be the key to unlocking a life filled with excitement, possibility, and financial success. We're diving into the fascinating world of rare coins, and specifically, the 1992 Lincoln 1-cent penny, a coin that seems ordinary at first glance, yet hides a secret that collectors are willing to pay astronomical amounts for. You might be sitting there thinking, could my spare change really be a goldmine? The answer may surprise you. The story begins in 1992, a year when the United States Mint was producing millions of Lincoln pennies. Among them, a small batch carried subtle minting errors that make them incredibly valuable today. These are not just pennies, they are history frozen in copper, artifacts of a moment that can transform your financial future. Imagine walking into an auction, a room buzzing with excitement, where seasoned collectors and wealthy enthusiasts are all vying for a single coin. This 1992 Lincoln penny error is one of those treasures. It isn't just a coin, it's a ticket from ordinary life into extraordinary wealth. How does a simple penny from your pocket become a ticket to potentially hundreds of thousands of dollars? Let's pause and consider the power of rarity. Humans are wired to value what is rare, what is unique, what others cannot easily possess. This is why certain coins, like the 1992 Lincoln penny error, are in high demand. The error could be a double die, a misstrike, or a misplaced mint mark. Each of these subtle mistakes makes the coin a treasure in the eyes of collectors. Just imagine that one tiny imperfection can make a coin worth tens of thousands of dollars. Can you see it? The excitement, the rush, the sheer thrill of discovery. Now ask yourself, do you have coins at home that might just hold this hidden value? Could the spare pennies in your drawer secretly be your pathway from pocket change to millions? And here's the twist, this isn't just theoretical. Every day, people like you discover rare coins in their collections, or even in loose change they've forgotten about. Some are stunned when they learn that what seemed like a worthless penny is now a prized collector's item, coveted by auction houses, dealers, and private collectors across the country. Have you ever wondered how to sell old rare coins safely and profitably? Or how to find a reputable auction shop that will give you the maximum dollar for a coin like this? The process may seem mysterious, but it's actually straightforward once you know the secrets. Now, let's talk about urgency. Coins like the 1992 Lincoln penny error don't sit idle forever. The market is moving, and the value is rising. Collectors are always on the hunt, and the moment you hesitate, someone else might claim the prize that could have been yours. Can you afford to wait while potential millions slip through your fingers? Selling rare coins isn't just about having them, it's about knowing when and how to capitalize on their value. How do you navigate this world to make sure your treasure doesn't go unnoticed? How do you turn what you might dismiss as just a penny into a life-changing fortune? Here's a humorous thought to break the tension. Imagine going to a coffee shop, paying with what you think is a regular penny, only to realize you just handed over a coin that could have been worth the price of a luxury car. Sounds like a scene from a movie, right? But it happens more often than you might think. Every coin has a story, and some stories are worth millions. The 1992 Lincoln penny error is more than metal, it's potential. And the good news? You don't need to be a professional numismatist to recognize its value. A careful eye, a little research, and the right guidance can open doors you never thought possible. By now, you're probably asking yourself, where do I start? How do I identify a coin like this? How do I ensure I sell it for the highest possible price? The journey from discovery to wealth begins with knowledge. Look at your coins closely, check for double dies, unusual mint marks, or slight misalignments in the design. Consult trusted auction catalogs, online marketplaces, and coin dealers who specialize in high-value coins. How do you find the right buyers in the USA who will pay top dollar for your treasure? How do you avoid the pitfalls of underpricing or scams? These questions are essential because the right steps today could secure your financial future tomorrow, and here's the emotional core of it: this isn't just about money. It's about empowerment. It's about transforming ordinary moments, sorting through change, finding coins under the couch cushions, into opportunities that can create extraordinary outcomes. Can you feel the thrill of holding a coin that might unlock a new lifestyle? Can you imagine the pride of turning your curiosity into financial freedom? Every rare coin has a story, and the 1992 Lincoln penny error is a story that invites you to be part of it. As we tie all these threads together, remember this: coins are more than currency, they are history, art, and opportunity. From pocket change to auction rooms filled with anticipation, the 1992 Lincoln penny error is a testament to the unexpected wealth hidden in plain sight. The market demand is intense, collectors are eager, and the maximum dollar potential is real. How will you seize this moment? How will you ensure that your coins aren't just coins, but keys to unlocking financial possibilities? With careful research, the right connections, and a willingness to act, you could find yourself turning a simple penny into a life-altering fortune. So, the next time you reach for that loose change, pause and think: among these ordinary coins could lie a piece of history worth a fortune. Imagine the moment you discover it, the excitement coursing through you, knowing that you have something others are willing to pay the maximum dollar to own. From pocket change to millions, the journey is possible, and it starts with curiosity, attention, and action. The 1992 Lincoln penny error isn't just a coin, it's an opportunity waiting to be claimed. Are you ready to see what treasures lie hidden in your hands? Imagine holding a piece of history in your hand, a tiny, unassuming penny that could transform your financial future overnight. A coin that sits quietly in your pocket change, yet carries the potential to make you thousands, even tens of thousands of dollars. Today, we are diving deep into the world of a truly extraordinary coin, the 1994 no-mint mark Lincoln 1-cent penny. But before we begin, ask yourself, how often do you stumble upon hidden treasures in your own home? Could your next walk to the mailbox uncover a fortune you never imagined? Stick with me, because what I'm about to reveal might just change the way you look at your spare change forever. In the first act, we explore the mystery and intrigue surrounding the 1994 no-mint mark Lincoln penny. On the surface, it looks like any other penny. It bears the familiar profile of Abraham Lincoln, and its copper-brown gleam is nothing out of the ordinary. But for collectors and coin enthusiasts, this penny is far from ordinary. You see, the 1994 penny should carry a mint mark indicating where it was produced, D for Denver, or P for Philadelphia. The no mint mark variety. That's where the magic happens. You might be thinking, wait a second, it's just missing a tiny letter, how can that be worth anything? And that's the beauty of coin errors. What seems like a small imperfection can skyrocket into incredible value because it's rare, it's authentic, and it tells a story. This error penny is a collector's dream, highly sought after in auctions and private sales across the United States. The scarcity triggers a competitive frenzy among collectors. Imagine two bidders at an auction, eyes locked, adrenaline pumping, both willing to pay more than you might expect for a penny that cost 1 cent decades ago. Now, here's a question that might make you sit up in your chair. Have you ever wondered how coins from your everyday life, your pocket change, your old jars of coins, even coins tucked into drawers, could be worth thousands of dollars? Or how collectors pay top dollar for coins that most people throw away without a second thought? The 1994 no mint mark Lincoln penny is not just a coin, it's a testament to patience, research, and the thrill of uncovering hidden treasures. But don't get too comfortable, because what's exciting about this coin is also what makes it rare and valuable: the risk. A risk for the mint, a risk for the collector, and a massive opportunity for someone like you who knows what to look for. Let's pause for a moment. Imagine walking into an auction house in New York or Chicago. The crowd is hushed, the gavel hovers in the air, and the auctioneer's voice pierces the tension. Lot number 142, a 1994 no mint mark Lincoln penny, exceptionally preserved, with a market value that could surprise even the most seasoned collectors. The excitement is palpable. You can feel the fear of missing out mingled with the thrill of the hunt. Now ask yourself, could this be you, holding that winning bid, walking out with a small coin that could instantly turn into a small fortune? But how do you know if your penny is the real deal? How do you avoid falling into the trap of counterfeit or overvalued coins? That's where knowledge becomes your most powerful tool. Every subtle detail matters: the shape of Lincoln's bust, the spacing of the letters, the absence of the mint mark itself. Collectors study these nuances with obsessive precision because a genuine 1994 no mint mark penny in pristine condition can sell for extraordinary sums. In fact, some have fetched prices in the range of tens of thousands of dollars at auction. And here's the kicker: you could be sitting on one right now, hidden among ordinary pennies, completely unaware of the treasure in your hands. Now, before we move to Act 2, let me ask you a question that might make you laugh. When was the last time a penny made you rich? Chances are, it hasn't, yet. But every day that passes, someone else is discovering coins like yours and selling them for life-changing money. So, what's stopping you from checking your own collection, or even your pocket change, for hidden gems? In Act 2, we delve into the story of how ordinary coins become extraordinary. The 1994 no mint mark Lincoln penny is a perfect example of this transformation. What started as a production error, a coin missing its expected mint mark, has become a highly coveted collector's item. People across the nation are searching for these pennies, and their value is driven by one simple factor: demand. Collectors want it, auction houses want it, and the market rewards scarcity with astonishing prices. Here's where the excitement really kicks in. Imagine taking a coin you found in your change jar, researching it, authenticating it, and suddenly discovering that it's worth more than your car payment, your mortgage, or even your entire vacation fund. How does that feel? Exciting, right? Almost too good to be true. But it is true, and the story of this penny proves it. It's a symbol of opportunity, of turning small, overlooked items into life-altering wealth. And for viewers like you, it raises important questions. How do you sell old rare coins safely in the United States? How do you make money from coins without falling into scams? Where can you find the right auction or dealer who will recognize the true value of your 1994 no mint mark penny? Let's inject a little humor to reset your attention. Imagine telling your friends, "I just made $30,000 from a coin that I found under the couch cushions." They'll probably laugh, maybe even roll their eyes, but that's exactly the point. Life-changing opportunities often come from the most unexpected places. And this penny is living proof. Act 3 brings everything full circle, connecting the history, the rarity, and the potential for wealth into a powerful call to action. The 1994 no-mint Mark Lincoln penny isn't just a coin, it's a bridge between your past and your financial future. It challenges you to look at your everyday items differently, to see the potential in the overlooked, and to act before someone else claims the treasure that could have been yours. If you're asking yourself, how do I sell old and rare coins in the USA? Here's the simple answer: research. Authenticate. Connect with reputable auction houses or dealers who specialize in rare coins. Platforms like certified numismatic services can provide verification, and auction houses can help you achieve maximum value. Timing is everything, because the market for coins like the 1994 no-mint Mark Lincoln penny is hotter than ever. And remember, scarcity drives price, so the sooner you discover and act, the higher the potential reward. Now, imagine this scenario: you open a dusty old box in your attic, and there it is, a 1994 no-mint Mark Lincoln penny. Your pulse quickens, your mind races, and you realize that what you once considered ordinary could now be extraordinary. How do you navigate the process of selling it? How do you ensure you get the maximum dollar? How do you move from a casual collector to someone who turns spare change into serious wealth? These are the questions that drive the coin collecting world, and more importantly, they are the questions that can guide you to your own financial breakthrough. Let's connect the dots one last time. The 1994 no-mint Mark Lincoln penny embodies rarity, excitement, and opportunity. Its value is not just in copper and metal, but in the stories it tells: the story of a minting error turned collector's dream, the story of ordinary people discovering hidden wealth, the story of ambition meeting chance. And yes, while many coins pass unnoticed in jars, drawers, and piggy banks, a single discovery can lead to a dramatic shift in your life. So, what is the current market value of this extraordinary penny? Brace yourself. The 1994 no-mint Mark Lincoln penny has achieved maximum dollar in today's market, with collectors willing to pay tens of thousands for the right specimen in the right condition. Imagine that, a coin that cost a single cent in 1994, now commanding a price that could change your life forever. The opportunity is real, the demand is high, and the moment to act is now. Don't let your treasure sit forgotten. Explore your collection, authenticate your coins, and step into a world where pocket change can become millions. Imagine holding a coin in the palm of your hand, something so small, so ordinary at first glance, yet it could hold a secret worth thousands, maybe even millions, of dollars. Yes, it sounds unbelievable, but this is the world of rare coins, a world where ordinary pennies like the 2007 D. Lincoln 1 cent suddenly transform from pocket change into pure gold. Have you ever wondered how a coin you tossed into a jar could someday make someone's financial dreams come true? Well, buckle up, because what I'm about to share could change the way you see every penny in your wallet. The story of the 2007 D. Lincoln 1 cent isn't just about copper and zinc. It's about opportunity, timing, and a sharp eye for value. While millions of these pennies were minted, a few were struck with subtle errors that make them extremely rare. These errors, tiny imperfections unnoticed by the average collector, are precisely what can turn a simple Lincoln penny into a treasure worth more than most people imagine. Have you ever felt that thrill when you discover something everyone else overlooks? That's exactly what owning a rare penny is like, holding a hidden fortune, silently waiting for recognition. Now, let me ask you, what would you do if you found a coin like this in your pocket change? Would you spend it without a second thought, or would you recognize the power it holds? Most people, unaware of its true value, would toss it into a drawer. But not you, because you're here, and that makes all the difference. The 2007 D. Lincoln 1 cent era coins are more than currency, they are keys to unlocking wealth that once seemed impossible. They remind us that extraordinary opportunity can be hiding in the most ordinary places. Let's dive into why this penny is so special. Unlike regular pennies, these era coins exhibit unique minting anomalies, double dies, off-center strikes, or subtle misalignments that set them apart. These imperfections are what collectors crave, and in the world of numismatics, rarity equals value. Did you know that coins like these can fetch astronomical sums at auctions? It's true. People all across the United States are bidding tens of thousands of dollars for coins they once dismissed as mere pennies. The excitement is real, the stakes are high, and the money, well, it's life-changing. Here's something funny to think about. The penny was once criticized for being worthless, yet today, some of these tiny coins are worth more than many luxury cars. Isn't it ironic that what people once ignored is now a symbol of wealth and success? Have you ever underestimated something, only to see it become priceless? That's exactly the lesson here. This isn't just a coin, it's a story of transformation and potential. And that brings me to the first act of our story, discovery. The moment of discovery is magical. Picture this: a collector, a casual penny picker, or even a retiree going through their old change, suddenly notices something unusual. Perhaps the mint mark looks slightly off, or the design seems doubled. A rush of excitement surges. Could this be one of the rare 2007 D-era pennies? That pulse, that instant where your heart leaps because you realize you may have stumbled upon something extraordinary, that's the first spark of possibility. And for those watching, you might feel it too. Have you ever felt that sudden thrill of uncovering hidden treasure? But discovery is just the beginning. The second act is where tension and urgency come into play. Because once you know you have a rare coin, the next question looms: how do you sell it? How do you make sure you get the maximum value for something that could be worth tens of thousands of dollars? This is where fear and excitement meet. The fear of selling too soon or too late, the excitement of potentially securing a fortune, it's a powerful combination. You see, in the world of rare coins, timing is everything. Ask yourself, are you ready to act when opportunity knocks? Because hesitation can cost more than money, it can cost your chance at a life-changing discovery. Now, let's pause for a moment. I know what you're thinking: how do people even sell these rare coins? Is it through local shops, online auctions, or private collectors? And more importantly, how do you know you're not getting shortchanged? These are questions every coin holder faces, and the answers can determine whether your discovery becomes a fortune or fades into missed potential. The truth is, the United States is full of auction houses, specialized numismatic dealers, and private collectors who are constantly seeking coins like the 2007 D. Lincoln penny. They know the value, they understand the rarity, and they are willing to pay top dollar. But here's a question that might surprise you: did you know some people have turned a lifetime of loose change into a portfolio worth millions? From pocket change to millions, it's not a myth. And it all starts with recognizing the value in coins others overlook. Imagine walking into your local bank or rummaging through old jars at home and realizing, wait, this little coin could be worth more than my car. That sense of possibility, that spark of hope, is why people across the country are chasing rare coins. And yes, you can too. Now, I have to ask, how would it feel to finally hold proof of your wealth in your hand? Not digital numbers on a screen, not abstract investments, but tangible coins that collectors would compete for in auctions. There's an undeniable thrill in it. And it's not just about the money, it's about mastery, knowledge, and the satisfaction of discovering something few others ever will. And that brings us to the final act, realization and action. The final act is all about making the leap. You've discovered the coin, you've researched it, and now it's time to decide: will you hold on to it as a prized possession, or will you sell it to someone who recognizes its maximum potential? The choice is yours, but consider this: rare 2007 D. Lincoln 1-cent era coins are in high demand. Auctions are seeing bids skyrocket, collectors are searching tirelessly, and the value continues to climb. Selling at the right time could yield sums that transform lifestyles, tens of thousands, even hundreds of thousands of dollars. Ask yourself, do you want to keep it hidden, or do you want to see just how far this coin can take you? And here's where it all connects: from the thrill of discovery to the tension of deciding when to sell, to the ultimate reward of securing your coin's maximum value, this journey mirrors life itself. Opportunities are everywhere, often disguised as ordinary objects, waiting for those who are alert, curious, and ready to act. The 2007 D. Lincoln 1-cent era coin isn't just about wealth, it's a reminder that the extraordinary can emerge from the everyday, that diligence and knowledge can turn small actions into monumental results. So, what should you do next? Start looking. Revisit your old coins. Ask yourself the tough questions: how do I sell old rare coins? Where do I find collectors? How can I ensure I get the top auction price? Every jar, every coin purse, every forgotten drawer is a potential goldmine. And remember, the market for rare coins is more competitive than ever. People are bidding aggressively, collectors are knowledgeable, and every rare coin has a story that adds to its value. You are in the right place at the right time, and with awareness, you can turn what once seemed like a humble penny into something truly extraordinary.